you're pretty familiar with how to earn points, right?
I'll be right back.
So Kara, have you printed up or taken a look at the Elite Goal Guide?
Sorry. So sorry about that. My husband called me.
I have not printed it out, but I watched the video and I've looked at the setup of what it entails.
Okay.
I kind of have an understanding, but I haven't printed it.
When did you hit diamond?
Oh my God, like maybe 4 weeks ago.
Okay. So you should receive diamonds receive a ranking every month. In there, it's like the second Friday of every month, you'll receive in your email. I'm going to repeat all this before people show up, but you know what? It's recorded. So every Friday, the second Friday of every month, you get your elite status and ranking from the previous month. So this Friday, we'll receive our rankings from May. You should start receiving it.
Okay.
I think you should because you're diamond. It's going to be confusing to you. And perhaps I should actually show an example of one. I should have been more prepared actually than for this.
Can I show it on my screen?
Yeah, can you screen share on your side? I think I just gotta give you permission. If you have yours available and handy, like I've got to look mine up. I haven't looked at mine. I wish
Yeah, as soon as I find it. So every month it comes and it says your elite status. Oh gosh.
find it on my. Let me see if I can find. You know what?
Oh, there we go. A little bit better. So it says like your elite status update, and you scroll down. You can't read anything.
No, I'm so sorry.
No, you know what? Let me see if I can like search my email real quick. And then I'll screen share because that will make more sense.
I don't know how to do that, so.
It's blah, blah, blah. Okay. I feel bad that I'm like doing this while we're on the call.
Why? We're not even supposed to be started yet. It's 9:12.
Pretty good.
You're just getting set up, girl.
All right, good. So they've changed it this year. Last year it was 125 points that you had to have, and this year it's 135. And here's something that I think is an advantage. Say to Kara, I wonder what would, yeah. Anything, any volume that you have, ATV, is going to be counted for you because you have no volume from last year. And that was an advantage for me because I had like, I don't know, 6 or 10 grand. I think I might have had 6 or 10 grand volume for, I don't know, it was low, for 2013. I don't know what it was, but whatever it is, I blew up the next year. So, and you get points for the difference from those 2 years. So that's an advantage. And then it was an advantage when I signed my husband up because I manipulate his account. So I just was like, you know what? I don't care if I get Success Club 10, as long as I hit Success Club 5, I'm getting my husband a Success Club because that's 2 points a month that you know, and you max out on, what's it called? You get a point for every coach who hit Success Club, and any coach that was signed in 2014 or 2015. So, Kara, any of your coaches that hit Success Club, you get a point for that. So, say 3 coaches hit Success Club, you get 6 points, and it doubles because you've hit Success Club. So, you're always going to hit Success Club because that's what you do. That's what we do. We hit Success Club. So, that's kind of my goal is I'm going to make sure 3 coaches hit Success Club every month because that gives me 6 per month.
3 new 2015 coaches or just 3 coaches?
3 2014 or
14 or 15. Okay.
Because
yeah,
you max out at 61 points in that category. Max out means if you earn more, those don't count towards your elite points for hitting elite. And that was the category that I crushed. I had a harder time getting up the points. I mean, I obviously I did it, but that was the one that I was just like killing it, and I got racked up more than I needed to actually hit. And there was the other areas that I really had to push for, but my minimum was 3. So let me see if I can.
Yeah, I've been following the guide that you gave me, you know, from the beginning of the year, filling it in, and in that area, I'm doing okay, but I am sucking wind a little bit on the one that's the year before, like how much you grow from the year before, because I started coaching in November of 2013. Mm-hmm. So last year I had a big year. I think I ended up with like 99 or something elite points.
And
what?
And what do you have now?
I
mean, what was your PV for last year, and what's your current PV?
How do I find that?
ATV on the rankings.
So, 2014 ATV was 61,345. 2015 ATV currently is 55,164.
55.
So,
what was it last year?
61,345. Okay. Currently, as of April, it was 55,164. So that's good, right?
Yeah. So you can
a quarter of the way through the year.
Exactly. You can project what's going to happen, because it's only going to snowball. It's not going to go at that same rate. You're going to continue to add coaches to your team.
Okay.
And they're going to continue.
So I have 2 personally sponsored coaches who have advanced to Diamond. In my second CBC, I have 9 coaches, 1 Emerald. So it's close. But yeah, like I said, the personally sponsored coach PV, I have 18 of those points already out of 61. You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Personally sponsored coach Success Club, I have 26 out of 61 in that. And then the incremental ATV is the one that kills me. I have 0.
But that everybody does right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Everybody.
Oh, yeah, I guess. So that's the one that once I hit the 61, then it'll start to go up, essentially? Right?
What now?
Like once I hit the PV that I hit last year?
Yes.
Then I will start to earn those points?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm getting close. That's encouraging.
If you watch that video that
I didn't. I'm sorry. I just saw it.
That's okay. I'll just talk to you about definitely watch it. But
yeah, I will.
Your goal right now, because that's going to be one of those things. You're not going to start earning points on. Nobody is, because you can't. That's a year of volume you got to keep up with. But I think this month you very well might have a point from it. Who knows if you I
only ended up with like 2 or 3 or so, I don't know. I didn't end up with.
I have my I'm going to screen share so you guys can see. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. Tell me if you can see you see it?
Yep.
Okay. This is not mine. Oh, this is Niles's. Never mind.
I'm like, that's not yours.
I was like, 4,500? What happened? But this is his, because he's not doing anything. So that's why he has 2 points. He's just holding a diamond. Well, maybe we should look at mine, because maybe that's going to be more helpful for you to see what my elite. Sorry, I'm searching my inbox for this. I should probably keep this somewhere. Your elite says something. Well, I guess we'll have to look at his for now, because I don't know where mine is. Okay, so his ATV for last year was 53. This is I think this is the April one. So I got this. Yeah, this was for April. So he's at 48 currently. He's likely going to pass that, because that's only $5,000 that he's going to need to get in May. So he'll start earning points. So what that video is going to tell you is it is your job right now, early on, as early as possible, to make sure that you have as many coaches as possible hitting Success Club so that you hit the 61. Obviously, 2014, 2015 coaches. My goal is 3 a month. I mean, the best thing to do is it has to be at least 3 a month, so you max out in that category. That's the best way, because that also helps your personally sponsored coach. That sponsored coach PV. Do you know what I mean? Because if your coaches are hitting Success Club, then you're getting points for the PV too. So take a look at your rankings when you get them on Friday. And what I think I want to do is kind of have this conversation, and then let's all bring our rankings back the next Dash to Diamond call after Dash to Diamond and talk about it. But this has to be addressed right now, because it's late in the year. And so I don't want to go too long without talking about this. But I started late, and I don't think I started quite this late in really thinking about it, but there's no reason that you guys can't go for it right now. So look at where you're at for the points in personally sponsored coach Success Club. See what you have going on. So let's just say Niles he has 2, and I wanted to get him to elite. So, oh my gosh, I need to get 59 points between now and the end of the year. Okay, so that means this was in April. So let's say I have May through June, July, August, September, October, November. So I have 8 months that's 8, right? Yeah. I have 8 months to get 60 points, 59 points. So I'm going to divide that up. So, oh my gosh, math on the spot. Let's just say it's 60. Isn't my engineer in here? Can't she do my math for me? What is that? 80 divided by 60 divided by 8. Let's just say 7. Let's just say I need 7 points a month. Okay? Because, yeah. So I know that I'm going to have to get at least 4 coaches, because that's going to give me 8, because it doubles. It doubles does that make sense? Am I making sense there? So just to clarify, take a look at how many points you have. You're going to get 61. Make it I'm going to get at least 61. I'm going to max out on that category. So see what you have left to do and divide it by, now that we have 7 months left, and June included, and you are pushing those coaches to hit Success Club. When I get myself a Success Club, and then I'm finding who I know can hit it and who I'm going to help push and get them there. So that's number 1. I think that's the best thing to do. You have to max out in that category, because that only helps everything else. It only helps ATV, and only helps personally sponsored coach PV. So then the next thing is you really want to max out with do your best to max out with personally sponsored coach PV. That's only for your 2015 coaches. So when they do trainings on this, and so I didn't do this, and I kind of wish I did. I just didn't want to push any of you guys to elite if you weren't going for it. And maybe you guys would thought I was crazy, and I thought you might think I was crazy if I did a call like this in January. But I'm going to do it next time. I know I learned my lesson. I'm just going to put it out there. So they say you are in recruiting mode from the very beginning of it. That has to be your heavy recruiting in January, because you want as many 2015 coaches earning this for you for the entire year. You know what I mean? So when I add a coach tomorrow, she only has 7 months to earn in this category for me to hit these points. You know what I mean? So they talk about, and so coaches do this. And I don't know, because I'm new at all this. They hold off coaches, incentivize them. Hey, can you just sign up on January 1st? Kara, I should have held you off. If I had known better, I would have said tomorrow, honey, not right now. She signed up on December 31st. Man, I would have killed it in this category with Kara. Dang it. I'm so mad. I know. See, I didn't know any better. I didn't know what I was doing. But seriously, she signed up on December 31st. If she had signed up on January 1, my points in this category, it would have been, so people do that. They wait until the first of the year to sign up a whole bunch of coaches.
So that one, the personally sponsored Coach PV, that's new, the new 2015 one. That's
yes.
okay.
The other one, personally sponsored Coach Success Club, is 2014
and 15. Okay.
Which is why if you signed your spouse last year, you really want to use him, and because that's an account you can manipulate. Get him to Success Club and give him volume. Get yourself a Success Club and give him the volume. Let's talk about. Oh,
I
next.
signed Justin in December of 2013, so it doesn't affect me this year.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's like whatever. So then the tougher one is incremental ATV. So that's why we crush it with our other two, because that gives us 122, and you only need, let's just say for the purpose of easy math, let's just say you crush these two categories. So that's the other thing. Okay, if I want to get 61, where am I at now? Let me break down, do the math. And I'm serious, like you're going to really want to do the math and use this Elite Goal Guide. Use this. Because this is all going to be a jumble in your head. It's just so much. So use this. It's in the file that I sent you. Where was I going? Oh, so let's say you max out these categories, which is very realistic. I maxed out, I'm not sure if I maxed out in the second one. I might have, I can't remember. That gives you 15 that you have to learn and earn an incremental ATV. And I think when he talks about this in the video, he says exactly what I'm saying. Max out in those categories, really crush those categories, because you can control those earlier on in the year, and incremental ATV doesn't start happening till later. So if I want to get 15 points in incremental ATV, okay, so Sam Niles, if I want to earn 15 points in incremental ATV, that means I need to get 150 more thousand ATV points than I did last year, which would mean I need to hit about 200,000 in ATV. Does that make sense, what I'm saying? The math? I'm not a math person, so I might be saying the wrong math. But if that makes sense, I know that I get 1 point for every 10 grand over my previous year. So that would mean I need to get 150 more, meaning I need to get that 48 up to 200 by the end of the year. So let's see, in 4 months, I've got 48. So you can't say, oh, I'm averaging 12 a month, because I might have had 8. He might have had 8 the first month and 9 the second month, because that's how it works. You are continuing to grow your organization, and they are multiplying, and they are building, you know how it works, it snowballs. So you can't say, oh, I'm not on track, because you really don't know. You're not doing 12, 12, 12, 12. And you're going to start to see that. So that's the one that's harder to manage. But that's why I say, if you are making your coaches, if you are helping those coaches hit Success Club and helping them increase their volume by recognizing them for volume, recognizing them for Success Club, that's why, it's important to make a big deal out of those things. That's not why it's important, but those things do help when you show them, hey, this is a big deal that you're doing this. That helps helps them hit those ranks. So that's part of the points are the hardest part to understand, and that's why I wanted to bring it up. The harder part to do is the diamonds, making diamonds. So my best suggestion is to get your spouse, because if you're not 2-star yet, get your spouse there, get your spouse for diamond, because you can open up a second business center when you hit diamond 2-star. And that's a business center you can control. And plus you earn more income. So that's a bigger reason. Like, the faster you can get to 2-star, the more money you can make doing the same amount of work. You know what I mean? So it's because of the way that, anyway.
Can I ask a question about that? Okay, so when I get to 2-star, I have to have a coach on each leg to get to 2-star, right?
Yeah,
a diamond coach on each leg. Then I would open up my second CDC under my husband, under his weak leg.
Yeah, it's your coach, but you can place it. this was confusing to me, but do you know how when you go your preferred placement in your back office, and it allows you to choose a coach ID, and you're like, I've never used that before. Why is that even there? That's why it's there, because you can actually place coaches, even though they're your personally sponsored coach, you can place them on someone's leg. And so I just wanted to kind of be cautious about saying under my husband, because if people are listening to this, they're going to be like, wait a minute, how can you do that? It's not his coach. Yeah. So yes, you're going to place it on him. He's on
my strong leg.
So you could do that, or you could place them on your weak leg. That's a strategy that you want to take a look at.
Okay, so that was my question. So if I got that CBC to diamond and it was on, so because most of my diamond potentials are on my strong leg. So for me, it would make more sense for me to put it on my weak leg so that I have a better chance of hitting 5-star.
Yeah.
That and income too. I mean, it would help you with your volume to be held on your weak leg too.
It would. It could both ways, because you don't know what other diamonds are going to blow up on your right leg, because you're going to build him just enough to get him to diamond, and you're not going to keep building him and growing tons and tons of volume. You know what I mean? Like Niles, look at him. He's not performing. He's a diamond though. But if you're signing a diamond on your right leg, or you have a diamond on your right leg, this, ideally, like you guys, you're growing big businesses. And so if that's the kind of coach you have on that leg, then that's going to do you more good than him. But when we're talking about 5-star strategy, yeah, you might do that, and it might benefit you long-term better that way anyway. Signing that second business center. So it's all strategy that I can't really tell you what to do or advise you, because I have no idea what's going to happen. So you
can you explain? I'm so sorry. Can you explain that under the other ID? I don't understand that.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go in my back office so I can show you.
Yeah, you have to look at it. I didn't either. She had to literally walk me through it when I signed up my second CBC. So she very well will be doing that for you too. But it does pay off. Justin's on my weak leg. So I placed my second CBC on that side. So I have my strong leg, and then I have Justin is on my weak, and my second CBC is on my weak.
I don't know. But income-wise, I don't know what would benefit you more, to put your second business center under him or your weak leg. But for 5-star strategy, that would be probably the best thing to sign on your weak leg, obviously, to have all your potential on your left. So what am I looking for? Okay, I don't know.
I know what you're talking about, your preferred placement, but I've noticed that before, but I never touched it. So.
Yeah, I'll just, and this is a good question that other people might have never, don't know what we're talking about. So I'll go ahead and. So it's like gunning for 2-star is your strategy. So you can open up that second business center and get it to the 3-star at least.
You have 115. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm like, I thought that was your Success Club points.
I haven't even, it's a slow one.
No, I thought I saw 115, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
Okay, so what you would do here is, it says it defaults to your current, your coach ID right there. So that's why we just leave it alone, because that's your coach ID. So you would put in, so say you wanted to sign your 2-star or your second business center under Jeff's weak leg, you would put Jeff's number in here. And then say, I want it on Jeff's right leg, because that's his weak leg.
And then just hit save and it's done. It was so easy. I was like, really? That was all it took? And then it did. So
can I sign my new coaches up that way?
You could. Yeah.
Like instead of having them go through the whole rigmarole of signing up the other way, they could just sign through me and I could just have them placed under my husband?
No, it's still your coach.
Your coach.
Okay.
Still your PS coach. It's just on his.
However, if you wanted to, I've done this before. I've helped out my sister who I stopped because she stopped working in the business really, but you can, and people do this, and this is really got to be careful because I got signed up on an inside lead, like nothing happened because people didn't know what they're doing back here. That's what Christine told me. She's like, I didn't know what I was doing. I just put some number in here. I put my other, I don't know. So what you could do is you could sign your PS coaches technically on your right leg if you needed right leg. I mean, you're just going to sign them on your left, but you could put some volume down Jeff's weak leg this way. Does that make sense?
No. I really don't. I don't understand how it's my personally sponsored coach, but it's put under his weak leg.
I know. It's really weird.
Is there like a good video or something I can watch on that?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sure someone does. So
I feel so dumb right now. I'm really not.
No, when she was explaining it to me, I was like, I don't want Justin to have my second CBC. They know it's still your PS coach.
You're in my business center right here, so there's no way it could go anywhere but my business center. You know, I'm logged in to Megan Eggleston at hotmail.com.
It's essentially like whenever you log into your Coach Online office and you see that you have like all these coaches underneath you that are not your PS coaches, when you look in your graphical genealogy, sort of, it's down in there, but it still has PS, yours still has PS above it. So it's not something that you'll probably deal with much, but I mean, I do like where my placement is. I'm not into signing inside legs and all of that stuff, but I do for this one.
Because it can screw over a coach who needs volume, you know, and that's why you have to be careful, because if you're signing them down your right of your left outside legs like you normally do, then you know that they're going to be in an organization that's getting volume, and you're helping them out. You're giving them a strong leg. But if I were to do this, but it could help you, and it's your business, so you do whatever you want. You know, you don't have to, you know what I mean? Like it's your business. So say, you know what, Jeff needs some volume. We want to cash in on all this crazy volume going down his left leg. I'm going to start signing coaches that they're still going to be your right leg coaches. So do you know what I mean? They're your right leg coaches because Jeff's on your right. I'm sorry. I'm using the wrong language because he's on your left, right? Correct? He's on your left, correct?
Yeah, I know what you were saying. I know, yeah.
I want to be clear because people are going to be listening to this later, hopefully, and everyone else. So Jeff is on her left leg, which is her strong leg. So if you were to sign a coach this way, so we're not even talking about your second business center. Okay, we're talking about, say you sign up Sally tomorrow, put Sally right here because, you know, Jeff's weak leg is lagging. You want to cash in on some of this, but you want him on your right leg, on your left leg for whatever reason. You don't want him on this Sally on your right leg. I don't know why, but you could start having Jeff earn more money, but Sally is not benefiting from a strong team unless you just start to build down that leg. Does that make sense? So that's why it gets tricky when you start doing that. I've done it before because I needed coaches on my left leg, and my sister is in like there somewhere. So I thought, well, I want to help her out because she has a strong leg over here. With like discount coaches, because I thought they didn't care anyway, so might as well put 100 PV or whatever they're going to get. But then I just thought, well, what happens if that coach decides they want to coach, and then I'll feel bad. Because that's what happened to me. I was a discount coach who started to work, and I get zero, nothing, you know, you guys getting nothing from, it's just what it is. So anyway, just know that that's an option, and it's good to know for whatever reason, but you know it's an option. But it is important if you are trying to sign your spouse on sign your second business center on your spouse's weak leg, which is what I did. It's what Andrea did.
So now I'm understanding more because that's how you're double dipping, because he's getting the volume and then you're getting the volume. I understand. I don't really understand, but I kind of.
I don't either.
More.
I don't either. I just trusted her and I signed it up, and it's fine. I mean, it was fine. It's fine.
Yeah, and like I said, I am only like a few months behind you, Andrea, a year behind some of you. Like, I am still learning, and I made a ton of mistakes, and I probably advised people in the wrong way. I don't know everything. Like, so just know this is your business, and I'm so glad that I can provide advice and guidance, but please research and don't feel like, you know, I may very well be wrong about things. So, that's my disclaimer. I don't want to screw you guys up, because I'm still learning. I'm learning every day, more stuff. So, okay, here's the bottom. This helps you. 200th coach. I'll explain to you what this means. This is saying right now, the 200th coach, as far as rankings, and ours is 4,500, the 200th coach has 55 points. How does that help me? Well, because the top 200 elite coaches are going to receive the $500 bonus every month. It has been all the elite coaches, which was $199 this year, but I guess in case there's more than $199, they're capping it. So any elite coach beyond that, still elite, and they still get all the perks and everything else except for the bonus. They get $100 a month. So, okay, if I'm going to be elite, I really want to be in that top 200. So I'm going to make sure that I'm above this 55 number, or whatever this number is next month. Because in May, or your May ranking that comes out on Friday, that you'll see in your email on Friday, is going to have a higher number, because whatever number 200 is going to be a higher number. So that just kind of gives you a gauge, which is good. I wish they'd tell me what the top 10 are. So not that I ever would go for that, but I'm just curious in like how I'm 84 or something right now. But that's what that's all about, because I know people were asking me why this is significant. So the other thing is, even though you have a max of 61 here and 40 here, that just means you're max for earning elite points. So you can't say earn all of them, all 135 in 2 of the categories, and not have incremental ATV. But even if you go beyond, which I did in a certain, I think at least one category, maybe 2, I went beyond, that's going to help me be ranked within the company. So, you know, at the end of the year, I was 99. They still counted my points that were beyond these maxes for that ranking, if you guys care. So yes, you have to be 5-star. And so this year, I'm already 5-star beyond. I just have to make advanced 2 diamonds. Does that make sense? So it was a big deal to hit 5-star. It was hard. But this year, as long as I stay 5-star but advance 2 diamonds, whether they're in my first or second business center, so I could sign them both in my second business center, as long as I added 2 diamonds a year, then that helps me with those. So I think the first year is challenging, but you guys are all very capable. So that's me. Yeah, please go ahead.
So I'm not saying that this is going to be me, because I'm going for it. But if say we have 4 diamonds at the end of this year, okay? So next year for elite, we don't have to be 9-star. You don't have to do 5 in a year, you know. So next year, it's just essentially you have to be 5 and then advance 2 in that year. So like if we could be 6 next year, still hit elite because you advance 2 more, or would you have to be 7?
I would think the way that the rules read, it's just.
Because I know, like Sarah Lenore, like this last year was her first time being elite, right?
She wasn't elite.
So what?
She wasn't elite.
She wasn't?
No, because she was only 2-star at the end of the year.
Sarah?
Molnar?
No, Sarah Lenore.
Lenore. I'm sorry. I thought I said Molnar. Okay.
No, Sarah Lenore. Okay. So like she's been coaching for a couple years, and like she said she was still slow and steady, but last year was like her first year elite, correct?
Yeah.
So she probably I don't know. I'm just thinking about it in my mind. Like, I know you have to have 5, and then each year you have to develop two. So I'm just thinking for some of us that may end up with 3 or 4 at the end of the year, moving into next year, once you become a 5-star, then you just have to develop 2 diamonds within that year, essentially.
I get your question. I think you could be 6-star and hit elite if you had 4. I think that the way that the rules read, but I can't speak to that.
Right.
That's the way the rules read. I would think so. Yeah, I would think so.
Okay.
The other thing is, you can get more points if you advance 4 or more coaches to diamond in 2015, which you all might.
We would have to do to be elite.
Yeah, because your diamonds. When did your diamonds hit, Andrew? Yeah.
All mine. Mine are both. I've done 2 so far.
That's a big thing, because this will help your ATV, incremental ATV. This is new this year, and this is going to help me because I'm going to actually do this. I'm going to advance. I think I could advance maybe 6, but this is going to help your incremental ATV, because if you advance 4 more coaches to diamond this year, then they multiply your ATV by 10%, and if you hit advance 6 or more, they multiply it by 20. And because ATV is that harder one, that's a big deal, which is why I really want to, see if I can do 6, because 20% of what I'm projecting my ATV to be is going to be $1 million. That's my goal. So, and that's realistic, because I have 300,000 now. So I could hit $1 million ATV by the end of the year, and that 20% is going to be, what's 20% of $1 million? That's like 20 points, right? That's a lot of points. So if that incremental ATV scares you, know that you're going to get a multiplier that's going to help boost that for you. But say for example, I decided, I'm just going to coast this year. I'm going to get my 2 diamonds. I'm going to coast. I'm going to coast and make 2 diamonds, That's the way my brain works. It's scary. And then I could just get my 2 diamonds, I'd be missing out on that opportunity. And a lot of coaches will do that. But just know that that's going to help all of you this year who are going for it. All right. And is this making any sense? FAQ 7626. So, print this stuff out. Like, you don't want this to be all jumbled in your brain. So print it out, put the numbers on there, month to month, so you can, I'm using it. Any more questions Any more questions?
It's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's why that's why it's important for me to just do as much as I can at the beginning of the year, because I don't want to have the end of the year craziness. Because it was crazy last year trying to hit those diamonds. It's like, getting all the diamonds in line. It's hard. It's hard.
It's hard to get them there, and it's hard to hold them. I didn't want to put the pressure on myself to go for it, but I have coaches that say that they want this, or that they want diamond by October or November. And so, I want that for them. So if that is the case, then it would be an alignment that between where they are in my legs, that it would line up. And so we'll see what happens.
I get that. I wasn't really making a big deal out of hitting big ranks. I was really proud to do what I did, but I had all these people who said they wanted it. And I was like, well, shoot, if you want it, I'm gonna help you. And yeah, if you have people who want it, then you just can't force it on anybody. Don't, and I know we've talked about one of your coaches, I won't say a name, but I know you have a coach that has so much potential and could so do it, but she's not consistent. And that will drive you crazy you just got to work with those who really want it. And because you don't